Okay, today we're going to continue to divide by a binomial. But I need to show you this technique that you'll need to use when the exponents are not in descending order. So let's say that we got to divide something like 3z minus 1. 3z minus 1. And look, it's going into 18z to the third. Now, I want to stop right there and move over here. You can write this or not write this if you want. Here's how the problem will be shown. It will be shown like 18z to the third minus 8z plus 2 divided by 3z minus 1. Now, you have to be careful here, because when you scan this first trinomial, do you see how the powers don't descend, or they don't descend consecutively? We got a third power and we got a first power, but we're missing a second power. Y'all see that? Anytime you're missing any powers, it could be, you might be missing a third power and a fourth power, or you could be missing a third power, a fourth power, and a fifth power. If they don't descend consecutively from the largest to the smallest, here's the technique that you need to use. When you rewrite this problem, all right, we're going to rewrite it as 18z to the third. Now, since there's nothing z squared, we're going to add a 0z squared. And what that works as is a placeholder when you're dividing. All right, now we go to our negative 8z and our plus 2. From here, we follow the same technique as yesterday. So we take the 3z, we divide it into 18z to the third, and it goes 6z squared times. And then we multiply, and we get 18z to the third minus 6z squared. And then we're going to subtract all of this. So the 18z to the third minus the 18z to the third is a 0. Now we got 0z squared minus negative 6z squared. So that's a keep, change, change. That gives us 6z squared minus 8z plus the 2. Now we repeat the process, dividing into this level. The 3z into the 6z squared. That goes positive 2z times. Multiply 2z times 3z, that's 6z squared. 2z times negative 1 is negative 2z. Subtracting again. The 6z squareds cancel out. The negative 8z, and we can keep, change, change. So we got negative 8z plus 2z. So that's negative 6z plus 2. Now we divide the 3z into this level. 3z into negative 6z. That goes negative 2 times. Then we multiply. Negative 2 times 3z is negative 6z. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. We're subtracting something from itself, so we get a remainder of 0. The whole key being this placeholder right here. Noticing that you need to add a placeholder and adding the placeholder. So let's look at this. Now here's our problem. We got x to the 4th. Nope, let me just make sure what we got. We got x to the 4th plus x squared plus x minus 3. All of that divided by x minus 1. All right, so we're missing something to the 3rd power. So that's got to be our filler. So when we rewrite this, we're going x minus 1 into x to the 4th plus 0 x to the 3rd plus x squared plus x minus 3. So now we start dividing on the first level. X into x to the 4th goes x to the 3rd times. Multiply. X to the 3rd times x is x to the 4th. X to the 3rd times negative 1 is negative x to the 3rd. Subtracting. So we got 0x to the 3rd plus an x to the 3rd. That gives us an x to the 3rd. We're going to bring everything else down. So it's plus x squared plus x minus 3. Now we divide into this level. X into x to the 3rd. X squared times. Multiply back through. X squared times x is x to the 3rd. X squared times negative 1 is negative x squared. We're going to subtract. The x to the 3rd minus x to the 3rd cancels. The x squared minus negative x squared is a keep change change. That becomes a 0, so we bring down the x minus the 3. Now we're going to divide the x into the x minus 3. So x goes into x, positive 1 times. So 1 times x is x. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Subtracting again. The x minus x cancels. Negative 3 minus negative x is negative 2. So our negative 2 goes minus 2 over x minus 1. Well, because I changed, it was x minus x. And those canceled each other out. I changed this to a positive when I changed this to a positive. I did that keep, change, change technique. Say that again. If you've got x squared minus negative x squared, you keep, change, and change. Ah, that should have been, yes. So let's go back and fix this. Good shot. We can go right to here. Yeah, the x squared plus x squared, that's 2x squared, isn't it? Plus x minus 3. So now we're dividing into this level. X goes into 2x squared. 2x. Divide through 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times negative 1, negative 2x. We're subtracting again. Now let me slow down so you guys see this. What I'm doing here is I'm taking 2x squared minus 2x squared. And that gives me a 0, right? But on the second time through, when I'm taking the x minus negative 2x, for me, it's easier to go keep, change, change. So that's x plus 2x. That gives us a 3x right here, minus 3. So now we're dividing into this level. X goes into 3x, positive 3 times. Going to multiply. Three times x is 3x, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So we're subtracting something from itself, so our remainder is 0. So here's your quotient. Y'all think you got it, or you need to see another one? Let's do one more. Let's take h to the third. Minus 4h. Plus 12. And divide it by h plus 3. All right, so we're missing h squared. So we take h plus 3 and we divide it into h to the third minus 0 or plus 0 h squared minus 4h plus 12. All right, so h into h to the third goes h squared. H squared times h is h to the third And h squared times 3 is positive 3h squared. We're going to subtract. H to the third minus h to the third, 0, 0h squared. 0h squared plus negative 3h squared is negative 3h squared minus the 4h plus the 12 that we're bringing down. Now we divide into negative 3h squared. So h into negative 3h squared goes negative 3h times. Multiply it back through. Negative 3h squared minus 9h. That parenthesis doesn't go there. It goes here. We're subtracting. So the 3h squareds cancel, and we got negative 4h plus positive 9h. So we get a 5h plus 12. H into, we're dividing into this level, h into 5h, positive 5. Multiply back through, we get 5h plus 15. And we are subtracting. 5h minus 5h is 0. 12 minus 15, negative 3. So our negative 3 as a remainder goes over the h plus 3. All right, hopefully you got a little better understanding of dividing by a binomial, and you will notice when you have to fill an exponent. All right. So your practice for today is going to be on page 681. We're going to do number 3. And then 20 through 23.